Welcome back. Well, you've already memorized Ephesians 4:29, and now you're just going to simply add the reference at the end of the verse again. So you're going to be saying this. Helpful words, Ephesians 4:29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Ephesians 4:29. As you do this, you'll never forget what that verse is if you keep just adding the verse before and after the verse every time, add that reference in. Well, now we're going to dig in to actually the intended purpose of Ephesians 4:29, and that is the words that we say to other people. And the words that we say need to be words that are helpful for building them up, and that are beneficial and helpful for those who are listening to those words. And so the first thing we need to do is get rid of the idea that what this is encouraging is flattery, where we're just saying nice things that really aren't sincere all the time. Well, we completely debunk that idea as we look at the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 6. It says this: wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. You see, the person who speaks flattery, who multiplies kisses, flattery is for the benefit of the flatterer, not for the benefit of the person they're speaking to. In fact, this verse makes it clear that not only are flattering words really words you can't trust, but actually words that are spoken in love for you. If they're spoken in truth, and even if they're painful, they're words that are for your benefit. You see, there are times when you're going to be needing to speak words to people that may not be easy for them to hear or easy for you to say, but you know that those words are useful for building that person up, and those words are going to benefit the person who's listening to those words. Well, to help get that, you're going to look at that Proverbs 27, verse 6. You'll also look at Proverbs 28, 23. And you'll see that if you do this, you'll gain more favor than a person who has a flattering tongue. You'll also look at the book of Ezekiel in chapter 3, verses 16 through 27. Now, this is actually a prophet who was charged with speaking warnings toward people who were sinning. And so he was held to a high level of accountability because God had appointed him to speak these words of warning. Now, you may not be a prophet, but there are still going to be times when God will prompt your heart and say that there's something you need to share with somebody that you love, some word of caution, some word of challenge. And so this is going to be encouragement for you to make sure that you speak those words that are helpful for building others up according to their needs, whatever they are, that it will benefit those who listen, even if those words are hard to say and sometimes hard to hear, but you know they are beneficial words. So look at this again, Proverbs chapter 27, verse 6, Proverbs chapter 28, verse 23, and Ezekiel chapter 3, verses 16 through 27. And although you're not a prophet, you aren't accountable for speaking to everybody who's sinning in a whole nation. The truth is, God may prompt you to share some words with somebody you love that may help them to actually, it might benefit them and might actually be helpful for building them up. And so be prepared to speak those words. Well, God bless you, and I look forward to being with you tomorrow.